one will be given the chance of a lifetime
But rest assured, it is none of the guys we are showing in this video package alone.
to become World Wrestling Federation champion.
Which makes it even more sad when you realize that Stone Cold Steve Austin, historic as this night is, wins his third Royal Rumble match tonight. One of these days, it'd be fantastic to see a Royal Rumble match featuring wrestlers who have actually never gotten the chance. I know, I asked for too much.
The WWF Royal Rumble.
WWF Superstar Street Names. Something I always found weird, but at the same time hilarious, is Edge and Christian's entrance here. Mostly because Edge is wearing his usual ring gear, meanwhile you got Christian wearing some silly outfit. Really fits. The recap of the previous week is a dig to Edge and Christian's entrance. You couldn't have shown it prior to the entrances taking place, or not at all. Pre-match assault that took place during the recap. See what happens when you veer away from the action in the ring? Damn, can't believe Jim Ross of all commentators is not calling the play-by-play like he should be doing.
Devon, the resemblance to his mother is amazing. Will you stop that?
Jim Ross would be great at CinemaSins 2 expansion. Jerry Lawler is exceedingly annoying with his non-stop bullying tactics. Edge never legally tagged in, and yet somehow the referee allows it. If your counter-argument is the referee heard a clap noise, then allow me to present to you that several thousand times wrestlers attempted that in the past to no avail. If the referee never saw it, it never happened. Also, if your second counter-argument is the referee confused Edge and Christian apart, y'all are only looking at the hair. Meanwhile, Edge's pants are noticeably darker than Christian's.
Save, if you will. That's all right, Edge.
The fact that the referee falls for this trick a second time. Oh my lord. Oh, I get it now. Now I see why the referee constantly ignored the obvious illegal tags. The fast count he gave Devon Dudley was enough to convince me that he is in cahoots with Edge and Christian the entire time. Damn, I've been all over this referee the entire match. Now he starts to do his job after the many times he didn't do it properly. Jerry Lawler may be an asshole throughout this night, but his delivery of "what's up" followed by "not much" was right on point. Anytime Bubba Ray Dudley demands that Devon leaves the ring to grab tables is an awesome moment, but a relatively stupid idea on the part of the Dudley boys because they could get disqualified and fail to win the tag team titles. Dudley right infringement. Bubba's counter into a pinfall, followed by Devon tossing Edge onto Christian, made a perfect ending to this short but sweet tag team title match. Good start to the show so far.
And this guy really rocks.
The entire existence of Drew Carey in tonight's Royal Rumble match adds an automatic 20 sins because it was seriously stupid and a waste of time.
I know you hate Trish Stratus. I don't like her very much myself.
Liar.
If I show you mine, you'll show me yours.
I'll show you mine if you show me yours, cliche.
Damn.
Judging by Bradshaw's reaction to Farouk's number, you just know that it's an early one. And thanks for the spoiler alert, asshole. WWF is addicted to epileptics by having a strobe light effect in the promo package for Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit heading into tonight's ladder match. Holy shit! I cannot believe I just heard a Roblox oof sound from the audience during a wrestling event in 2001. Perhaps that random fan is where the sound effect was invented. I guess technically that means Chris Jericho invented the oof sound too. Skip! Commentator constantly states the rules of the match as if we didn't already know what the rules were cliche. Wrestler places ladder and the "my opponent is obviously going to baseball slide into my face" position cliche. Geez, there have been a lot of cliches in the first half hour of this show. I would place in the "first ladder is too small" cliche, but the sin actually goes to the fact that a small-ass ladder is the only ladder available in this match. Wrong, JR. That was Chris Jericho who dropped Chris Benoit, not the other way around. The only similarity between these two is their first names being Chris.
I didn't even know there were 70 countries on Earth.
Jerry Lawler clearly skipped a lot of classes in his educational life. Either that or he's just being an asshole. And I just answered my own question. Fucking what? Chris Jericho teleported into the ladder? Apparently an Irish whip into a ladder qualifies as teleportation. My god, that was awful. Ow, my hands! Thank heavens, though. Man, this match has me dying. This time, however, I'll remove a sin for Chris Jericho's attempt backfired because of how hilarious it was.
We're making our debut tonight on Arab radio and television.
What a weird coincidence that an event titled Royal Rumble was the first event to be broadcast on Arabic television. And in 2001, it was definitely one of the greatest Royal Rumble events. Get it?
You've seen their TLC matches?
Matches, plural. By this point in time, there's only been one TLC match in WWF's existence, unless Appleton was already broadcasting events in 2001 as well. That is something that always irritated me about ladder matches. A wrestler is clearly not close enough to unhook the prize, and they choose to swipe at it, which in turn causes it to swing away. Doesn't matter how many times I've seen it, Chris Jericho's modified version of the Walls of Jericho on the ladder is painful as hell and looks brutal. Ceiling cam. Chris Benoit is an idiot. At least when Chris Jericho had a submission locked in, he was on top of the ladder, where he could achieve the title afterwards. That's strange. I could have sworn that Chris Jericho was trapped in the crippler crossface and then tossed into the ring post mere seconds ago. No selling is always a sin. Why the hell are we still bothering with Drew Carey here? Out of all the things that made the 2001 edition of the Royal Rumble great, this was not one of them.
You actually participate in the Rumble match.
No. No. Really bad idea, Vince. Really bad idea.
What I did to her on SmackDown, I feel good, Billy.
Chyna just jinxed herself by saying she feels good about her match with Ivory tonight. Ivory and Right to Censor's mocking at Chyna's injury was absolutely weird, not to mention kinda stupid. Right to Censor's entrance theme constantly gives me the reminder that I have the right to sin this, and I might consider wearing earplugs for future sins videos involving Right to Censor because oh my god, that shit is irritating. Gotta remove a sin for that creative sign right there. Chyna equals neck pain. Meanwhile, Ivory equals pain in the neck. Kudos to the sign owner. Which is something Chyna should probably not do given her neck injury suffered by Right to Censor. Why is the referee following Chyna and Ivory into the crowd when he should be in the ring giving them the countout? Do your job! Damn, Ivory can't even last 2 minutes on her own without Steven Richards getting himself involved. Either that or Chyna was bored. What? No disqualification? JR, that is far from a fact in this match. Last I checked, this women's title match was just a traditional singles match. If it was changed, y'all forgot to tell us. If the storyline called for Chyna's neck to be re-injured, they should have at least performed it to make it look believable. Here, Chyna rarely grazed Ivory at all with that move, and yet she's done for the night.
I have my own affairs to worry about.
Including my affair with your daddy.
Drew Carey.
Drew Curry.
Tiger Ali's seen as a complete dumbass if he somehow heard Drew Curry. Even with the accent, he still could have said Carey.
You are still champion because I've allowed it.
You are only the champion because I didn't do anything about it, cliche. Boy, I have heard that excuse several times and it never works.
Goodbye, God, get it on.
That's what she said.
Audience reaction.
Here's another sin-off simply because Kurt Angle's in-ring capabilities are always impressive. You don't win a gold medal in the Olympics for no reason, after all.
You gotta respect them for their ability in picking women to be in their corner.
Yeah, because Kurt Angle and Triple H's decision to bring Trish Stratus and Stephanie McMahon to ringside respectively is the main thing to be impressed about with these two. Totally.
Angle measuring Triple H and nails the challenger.
Wow, Jim Ross is really tempting me to say that's what she said so many times tonight. Already did it once. I got such a dirty mind. I know, I'm childish. About 50 seconds of watching Hunter debate about re-entering the ring after Kurt Angle sent him sailing. Wait a minute, hold on a second. Did I just see Stephanie McMahon run away from Triple H in fear of being attacked? I thought she was his wife accompanying him to the ring. Or is Vince not the only McMahon committing affairs around here?
Nobody even remembers Buddy Rogers.
As much as Jerry Lawler is an asshole, he is sadly right. Aside from Buddy Rogers being the inaugural WWF champion, does anyone even remember anything else he did? Sad. That would have looked very impressive had Hunter not thrown himself forward into the ring post prior to Kurt's legs moving. First of all, that chair shot was so poorly done because you could clearly see how far away from Kurt's leg it was when it hit the ring post. Gotta make it look more convincing, Hunter. Secondly, you expect me to believe that the referee, who was literally a few feet away from this area, did not hear the sound of a chair colliding with something and thought to have turned around to investigate, even with Stephanie trying to distract him? And when the referee eventually turns around and actually does see the chair lying next to Kurt, he didn't put two and two together and realize Hunter used an illegal weapon? Wow. Man, this is the most unobservant referee I've ever seen. Both competitors are so close to the ropes and he doesn't figure he should make sure that no one is on the ropes, much less using them for leverage. If Trish Stratus is trying to help, it'd be a lot easier to hit Hunter so he can let go of the ropes instead of whatever the hell she's doing. I'm surprised the Spanish announce table hasn't collapsed due to that orgasmic feeling of two sexy women on top of it. Is it wrong that I find this more entertaining than the actual WWF title match in progress? Holy shit, I'm adding in 5 sins. Hunter gave Kurt a low blow and there was literally nothing that could have possibly distracted the referee for any reason. Yet he turns his head around for no reason at all. Jesus, that was horrible. Kurt is accidentally a dick to Hunter's Hurst Helmsley's, or Hunter was a dick to his own Hurst Helmsley's. Either way, the results gotta suck for Hunter. The referee gets knocked down at the crucial point of the match cliche. Potential karma for sucking at your job earlier. What do you bet Stone Cold Steve Austin interfered in this match because he was getting bored of its poor progress and wanted to move on to the Royal Rumble match? Victory due to outside interference is always a sin.
There's the man that has drawn number 30.
And there goes WWF again by spoiling who is going to enter at which number. Why don't you just announce all the entrants by this point if you're going to be a dick?
The Undertaker wants to tickle Kane's big red nipple.
The Rock is one of the greatest legends ever. Everything he says is gold, no doubt about that. This fan standing up and being an asshole to those behind him trying to watch the damn show. Sit your ass down.
Having a seizure.
Not funny to joke about, asshole.
A lot of people compare Jeff Hardy.
Oh god, don't tell me I have to deal with Right to Censor's entrance theme several more times in tonight's Royal Rumble match. Oh, the agony of the sirens.
On the top. Trying to get the ball over.
Wow, I counted 3 or 4 eye rakes from both Jeff Hardy and Boba Kanan, and we just started the match too. Did the rules change into an eye for an eye Rumble match? You can understand why I have a hard time believing that Matt Hardy entering next after Jeff Hardy started was totally random, right? Hell, remember Axe and Smash?
I just sit there and wait for a while.
Honestly, I like this from the Hardy Boys. I get that eventually they have to deal with someone else in the next minute and a half, but not once were they thinking, at least one of us wins, so it doesn't matter who. Instead, they choose, we'll fight each other, but then team up on whoever joins us. Great mentality.
What's Lita thinking right now?
I bet Lita is perfectly fine with Matt and Jeff taking on each other, figuring they eventually would at some point. Does Jerry expect Lita to be disappointed in the brothers because of a match that's every man for himself?
Still in. Look out. Oh.
Fail tree in motion.
I think Jeff didn't like that, but
Well, this just got weird. We went from a Royal Rumble match to a stripping contest. Next entrant before they take their pants off. Hurry! I'm honestly surprised the Hardy Boys are not doubled over in laughter at Drew Carey entering the Rumble match with them. Or perhaps they're going after each other to prevent themselves from losing it. Well, that was a fail and a half. Matt Hardy reacted to a dropkick way too late. A dropkick that never even connected with him.
take your glasses off. You're not a Dudley.
After Jerry Lawler made that reference to Drew Carey looking like a Dudley boy, now even I'm laughing at that image. Never knew he looked that similar.
The E Network.
It was funny at first, but to now see Drew Carey begging the Hardy Boys to return once Kane made his way to the ring is when I say, alright, we're done, get him out. I'd honestly remove a sin, maybe even 3, if Kane actually pocketed the money Drew offered him before he tried to eliminate him. Even the Devil's favorite demon could use some extra cash. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all Drew Carey needed to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame 10 years later. What the actual fuck? Al Snow is the next scheduled entrant and he immediately decides to jump the gun, yet somehow he hasn't been disqualified from competing. And if that's the case, I'm surprised everyone else didn't do that. The WWF production team should have at least showed Al Snow's name on the Titantron so that the audience isn't confused on why nobody's entered upon the buzzer ringing. Al Snow is a dick to Ravens. Kane's way too late reaction to Al Snow hitting him with a garbage can. At least the can actually hit him, unlike Jeff's dropkick to Matt earlier. Damn, it seems like everyone wants to ride Kane like he's some sort of carnival ride. I bet Kane is more creeped out than he is angry. Steve Blackman enters and it seems like somebody has already granted him his sticks. I swear that bag was nowhere to be found prior to his entrance. Steve Blackman connects a back suplex, placing his stick right on Perry's Saturns. Although given how Perry lands, the sticks didn't really do any sort of damage. So much for that piece of hardcore.
Royal Rumble, as we saw.
A clear punch to the shoulder, and Steve reacts like Kane just punched him in the face. That's an unusual reaction.
Oh my God, Kane's not got a can.
Man, Grandmaster Sexay is such an idiot. Clearly saw Kane slowly approaching him with a garbage can and didn't once think that it was going to be used against him. Kane's rampage of eliminations, not to mention the creativity, is one of the reasons why he deserved to win this match, especially after setting the record of 11 eliminations in a single match. Because he was very impressive with his 50-plus minute performance, here are 5 sins off. Hey! Great to see the Honky Tonk Man show up, even though his timing could have been better, as Kane is on a massive rampage at the moment. Still, great to see this surprise entrant.
Big fella, you just stand over out of the way.
The Honky Tonk Man demands that Kane stay back, not realizing that he's talking to the Big Red Machine, who could care less about his music. I'm pretty sure it's been well over the 2-minute interval. Time to signal the next entrant, even if Honky Tonk Man is singing. classic Royal Rumble moment.
The Rock won in 2000.
Which is still incorrect, given The Rock's feet hit the floor way before the Big Show's ever did. But of course, we're still going to pretend all these years that Rock won.
7 or 8. I think so. And you gotta count Drew Carey.
Jerry Lawler has been focusing on Drew Carey all night long, yet the one detail he somehow missed was that Drew eliminated himself with no credit going to Kane. Ever notice that every Royal Rumble that the Godfather, or the Good Father as he's called here, has ever been in, it's been way too easy to eliminate him. Most of the time I think he eliminates himself on purpose. He may be with right to censor during this time, but I got this feeling he's still hanging out with his hose. Attempted strangulation. Well, that just happened. Quite a lot of competitors are not even lasting long in this Royal Rumble match. Bet Taz is thinking FTW, am I right? My crap is bigger than Taz sign. What's going on here? Camera went blank, then was showing a replay of Taz's elimination, and the commentators must have lost their mic power or something.
The clothesline from...
Jim Ross was almost hesitant to say clothesline from hell for some reason. Don't worry, PG era doesn't start for another 7 years.
You got any updates on Trish?
Oh, give it up already. We're likely not going to hear updates about Trish and Stephanie's fight until tomorrow on Raw, dumbass.
Albert bomb, but no pinfall.
Albert wasn't even trying to go for a pinfall. He hit the Albert bomb on Bradshaw and then proceeded to push him away. The Rock successfully manages to get Kane over the top rope, but then holds on to his leg to prevent him from being eliminated for whatever reason. If he had let go of the leg, Kane would be gone.
I wonder if he even knows what he's getting into.
Wow, you guys heard it here first. Jim Ross predicted that Kane Quick would have a gimmick later in his career where he is completely clueless at what's going on. Kudos to JR for predicting R-Truth's future. Hardcore Holly is addicted to Kane's big red machines. Not to mention Kane reacted too late from it. We've had a lot of late reactions in this match. If this is how The Rock is trying to eliminate Kane Quick, he's not really going to get the job done here. Just saying.
Oh no! Not about pinfalls or submission.
Said JR at a time where nobody was attempting either a pinfall or submission because they knew how to win the match. Now that is a great return to the ring. Most people probably forgot about the Big Show's return based on the many other historical returns we've seen, but damn, I remember the excitement of Big Show's 2001 return. Sure, it doesn't last long, but it was still a great moment. Funny enough, this ain't gonna be the first time Big Show tosses out Kane Quick like that. Kane Quick just became K-Bye. Post-elimination assault, and while yes, that is going on, someone else is making their entrance to the ring. Could we at least get a glimpse of the next entrant before cutting back to the brawl? The chair ended up yanking Jerry's headset off his head. Bradshaw, your boot's untied. You may want to tie up your laces before you end up tripping on them, causing you to go over the top rope. Are we positive that it's The Undertaker who's competing in the Royal Rumble and not his motorcycle?
Well, if it's quick,
I bet Kane was like, oh shit, was I supposed to give him a big boot as well? And The Undertaker was like, duh, you moron. Yeah, that's what you get for attacking me earlier because you thought my match was boring. Suffer, rattlesnake.
I don't think we got enough cameras to show all this, JR.
Hey, if we could have enough cameras to show the 6-man Hell in a Cell match literally a month ago, I'm sure we'll do fine here. Triple H is somehow bleeding even though Stone Cold Steve Austin literally did nothing to get him bloodied up. Did Hunter just blade for the sake of looking cool? If so, sin.
Who's going to WrestleMania?
Judging by the fact that Stone Cold Steve Austin got assaulted by Triple H before he could enter and then made a Superman-style comeback, I'll give you 3 guesses.
Is it going to be The Rock? Is it going to be The Undertaker?
Haku was clearly disinterested in competing in this match and mostly threw himself over the top rope in that exchange. Most unconvincing superkick leading to the elimination of the freaking Undertaker. Not only was the superkick slowly executed, but it didn't even connect with Undertaker enough to look convincing at his elimination. Wow. When connected the low blow to Rikishi, The Rock ended up getting an unintentional stink face. That was actually really funny. I'll take a sit off for the accidental humor. Holy shit, this just got really intense. The Rock and Steve Austin. Fucking epic! Here's another sin up because Kane had the smartest strategy ever. Notice how he instantly ducked to make sure he went through the ropes instead of over the top. The Rock would be fooled and Kane would still be legal. Another reason why Kane should have won this match. Good lord, nearly every last one of these 30 entrants have kicked Kane below the belt at least once. I feel bad for him, honestly. As much as this was a dumb decision because Kane deserved it more, I'll give props to Steve Austin for winning his record 3rd Royal Rumble match by removing 3 more sins. Record still hasn't been broken to this day.